Now, I'm seeing it everywhere. I'm seeing new neighbors, different state license plates, and sold signs everywhere within the West Michigan area. And in this video, I want to talk about why so many families and people are leaving Texas, California, Florida, Chicago, and other areas to come out to the West Michigan area, and why you may be thinking of West Michigan as a solution for your next move. And it's coming up right now. All right, it is no accident that so many people in different states, California, Texas, Florida, Chicago, pretty much Tennessee, I've seen a lot of different places, even from the East Coast, Massachusetts, New York, and places like that, people are considering moving to the West Michigan area. It is no surprise, and I'm gonna go over the 5 reasons why that is in this video and why you may be considering West Michigan as the next best place for you to move. So many people are considering it, and I want to go over that in this video right now. For things to do and sights to see, this is Live Great TV, and I'm the official host to Living Great in Grand Rapids and the West Michigan area. My name is Vaughn Greathouse. Hey, if you want to know more about the Grand Rapids area, what it's like to live, work, and have fun out here, right here in the heart of West Michigan, go ahead and hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell. Let me know you're enjoying these videos because I love putting them out for you. I'm a licensed real estate agent in the state of Michigan, and I want to help you make that move over to the West Michigan area nice and smooth. So I'll put my number, my email on the screen right now. I just want to talk about what I'm seeing in West Michigan, why people are moving here, what is some of the attractions and some of the drawbacks, because it's not all that great at times. So I want to go into those right here, right now in this video. All right, so if you're considering moving, you're in California or Florida or Texas or one of these other states, what you're looking at, if you're spending, let's just say you have a $500,000 budget, you're looking at maybe a 1,200 square foot condo, and you're probably paying about $5,000 a month. You got HOA dues, and you got to pay for this and pay for that, and it's just a higher cost of living there. And if you're spending $500,000 in the West Michigan area, what you're looking at is maybe a 25 to 3,000 square foot home, 3-bedroom, 3-car garage, and you're probably only going to end up spending somewhere around $4,400. So right there, and that's just me shooting from the hip. It's probably even better than that in some cases, depending on where you move in West Michigan. And so that alone is a huge draw. The pricing and the numbers as one of the main reasons why people are considering moving out to the West Michigan area. When it comes to purchasing a home and having a lifestyle such as that, it is going to be significantly less expensive than it is in these other metro areas. So that's one big draw that people are thinking of. I've done a full cost of living video. You can check the description or go on the channel. I break all the costs down if that's something you're thinking about, but just at a first glance, it's definitely one of the reasons why people are moving here, and is one of the main topics of conversation that I'm having with people that call in from the channel. So feel free to reach out, and I'll tell you based on what area you're considering how that's going to transpire into your scenario. So essentially, you're getting more than twice the home for half the price, or less than the amount that you would spend in another area. Twice the home, significantly cheaper. It's kind of a no-brainer. The next reason I want to talk about is the remote job opportunities that are happening right now. So one of the main things that I talk to about folks that are considering moving to the West Michigan area is going to be that they work remote now. They don't have to be in the office. In a lot of places, you're tied to that city, but in 2026, that's not the case anymore. So families are saying, hey, you know what? Now that I'm working from home and I can be here when I work, we may as well just move to another city where the lifestyle is a lot different. That's going to be the main draw, where people, they want to think about schools. They want to think about what the day-to-day is like, meeting their neighbors, having potlucks and having block parties and things like that, where there's more of a sense of community and not having to be tied to an office or that same commute. And that's another big part of it, is working from home. You don't have a commute. You just work from home, and whenever you leave, it's to the grocery store or to the park or to do something that is personal, not business. So that's a huge deal when people are considering it. So I can see why a lot of people are saying, hey, you know what? If I can look out my window, grab a coffee, and walk towards the Lake Michigan, I mean, who can beat that, especially if you're saving money whenever you're moving to West Michigan. All right, the next reason is going to be the space, the amount of space that is available here in West Michigan. On a national level, we're behind home builds, about 4 million homes behind. So these builders are out here in different parts of West Michigan. They're building brand new builds, and some of the incentives that they have are crazy good. So if you ever want to know more about the builders and what some of their incentives are, I'm talking rates as low as 2.99 to 4.99%, closing costs help, upgrades on packages, they're just throwing it all in. And that's another great thing, is that having that space, having the availability to have a yard, have a basement, bigger rooms, bigger lots, things like that. In some areas, it's a luxury, like in Texas or California or Chicago or Florida or on the East Coast of New York. That's a luxury to have that. But in Michigan, it's kind of standard. Like, it's not uncommon for most houses to have a quarter acre. It's not out of the wheelhouse, and it's very affordable as well. So if you're considering that, that's a huge draw, that people have that space when it comes to moving to the West Michigan area. And so if you're moving to the area and you want to check out homes, you can even go to some open houses. You'll easily see in West Michigan, your first walk through a West Michigan home, how much more space that is. So I just walked with some clients this past weekend, and the lot sizes were a lot bigger, and they're like, who owns that lot in the middle? And I'm like, that's part of your lawn, that's part of yours. We gotta cut that, we gotta mow that grass. And yes, you do have a lot of space when it comes to living out here. So having that, knowing that you can have a front yard, a backyard, these are really great items that people kind of think of in their mind when they buy their first house. And I want a yard, I want to be able to open the door and have, not be reaching out and touching my neighbor in some instances. So it's a really great feature, and something that I should probably be a little more show more gratitude to as we're out here in West Michigan. So keep that in mind as you're considering having more space in West Michigan, which is the number 3 reason why people are moving out here. Now, I've put together a PDF guide to show you exactly what those specifics are. So if you're interested in moving to the area or just coming to visit, you're going to get a good dose of what that transition is like coming to the West Michigan area. All right, number 4 is going to be the sense of community and safety. Now, when it comes to safety, I would just advise you to check out crime rates. Do your own research there as far as where you're going to move. Not able to speak on that too heavily, but I definitely want you to, love where you live, no matter what the circumstance is. So knowing that the sense of community here is so abundant, a lot of people are helping each other, a lot of new businesses that are coming up. Locals love that because they come to a new town, they have a new business, or they have skills or ability to do something, and the community just backs that up. They want to back you up as far as what you're doing. They want to be able to support, and we have a lot of different infrastructure. The DeVosses and the Van Andels are very prominent families out here who have a unique business called Start Garden. You can join that and get your business off the ground. It's almost like our own version of Shark Tank, where you can bring your idea or your business and get funding. There's a lot of community integrated programs that are out here that support people. So reach out if you have any questions on that. But the main thing is, people want that community. They want to feel a part of something. And that's something that we actually do. It's the culture here. I always tell people it's like Southern hospitality, but it's more north. And so they get a real kick out of that, and they really hit the ground running, doing their due diligence, watching videos like this before they go ahead and make that move. Now, a couple other cool things is that people know their neighbors here. You might walk past them on a regular basis, and you might spark a conversation. And as you come out here, I just encourage you to be friendly, even if you don't talk to them every day. Get to know your neighbor. They're normal people. They just want to get to know who's around them. And, maybe you take off, they're looking after your kid, make sure they're not getting hit by a car or anything like that, or making sure everything's safe around. And that's just kind of the culture here, that people really look after one another. And that's just a great thing to know, that you're in a community where that is actually still valued and people still really want to know who they're living next to, the great things about them, and just want to, tell you firsthand experience. It's a really great thing as you're deciding. A lot of families or people that move from Chicago that are transplants from Chicago, they come here and they go, I forget that there are communities like this where we can actually know our neighbor and we're part of something, and we actually can do things outside of stay in the house and do nothing all day or sit on your phone or whatever the case might be. So it's good to know that you have that backing whenever you're coming to the West Michigan area. And I encourage you to bring your energy and bring your positivity to this as well. All right, the last reason, number 5, is going to be Lake Michigan. It's one of the most beautiful lakes, one of the largest freshwater bodies of water in the nation, and it is a great time to spend on Lake Michigan. Throughout the summer, as I always tell people, there's nothing quite like a Michigan summer. When it comes to Michigan, we have these gray skies, no doubt we have the gray skies, but when it comes to the sun popping out, people are out and about, your neighbors walking their dog, walking their cat, just around, just doing stuff. And that's a great thing to know that summers in Michigan are unbelievable. Watching the sunset over the horizon in the evening at Lake Michigan is one of the huge highlights. It's one of the things that doesn't show up on the spreadsheet, but when you come visit West Michigan, you just happen to take a drive over to Holland or Grand Haven or South Haven, and you pull up to the state park and you look out your window and you see how beautiful it is and how nice some of the beaches are. Actually, you get a real kick out of it, and it becomes a highlight and a lifestyle for the majority of people that move to West Michigan. So Lake Michigan is on the top of my list. Some of the best charter fishing that people have out there, some of the best boating, skiing, kayaking, surfing, whatever you're doing on the water, you're gonna have a great time on Lake Michigan. It's only 30 to 45 minutes from Grand Rapids. If you're in Holland, it's just 10-15 minute drive away, a hop, skip, and a jump. And it's a really big part of the culture that's here in West Michigan. So if you're considering coming out to West Michigan, even for a visit, make sure you go to Lake Michigan and stop by the state park, or just, get a glance at it, because I think you're really going to begin to enjoy the beauty that this state has and what it has to offer. Now, as a bonus, what I want to talk about, one of the main things that they figure out and they find out about West Michigan is genuinely how friendly people are. They just want to get to know you. Not saying you're like gonna be like the paparazzi or people are gonna be jumping all over you, but just friendly smiles, people waving at you at the gas station, or just friendly walk by, someone saying hello to you. It's a really great part of the culture that I want to do my part to continue to keep going. And I always encourage people that move here to keep that going, because it's just welcoming and inviting for the people who really enjoy what this area has to offer. Some people never leave West Michigan, and that's a huge highlight to know that people really want to put their stake in the ground. And that's the other point, that it begins to feel like home a lot sooner than you may think. And it's a great feeling to know that once you come to a place, you feel comfortable, you feel confident, you know where everything is. It's easy to get around here. I mean, you have to try to get lost in some of these areas, because everything's north, south, east, and west. It's pretty simple layout, and just feeling at home, finding an area that you're comfortable with. I know a lot of times you drive through the neighborhoods. I always encourage clients that reach out to me from the channel, drive through a few neighborhoods in a few different cities, and you'll start to get a different vibe that maybe fits who you are a lot better. So that's a huge deal when people are coming. I always have everyone do. Last but not least is, since that's the case, the commute to and from different areas, it being a nice little hub, it's easy to get around. The farthest you're gonna drive to one of these other cities is probably 20 minutes. 20 minutes to get from Holland to Grand Rapids, 20 minutes to get from Grand Rapids to Rockford, 20 minutes to get from East Kentwood to Holland. It's really close knit, and how it's laid out is really cool. So if you're coming to visit, keep that in mind. But those are the reasons why people are considering moving to the West Michigan area. Again, this is Vaughn Greathouse, your local West Michigan real estate agent. For things to do and sights to see, this is Live Great TV, and I'm the official host of Living Great in Grand Rapids in the West Michigan area. So if you want more videos like this, go ahead and hit the subscribe button, tap the notification bell, send me a comment, all that stuff. Get in touch with me if you have any questions. I'll put my number, my email on the screen so you can get a hold of me. And not to forget to mention, I have a free relocation guide you can download and actually get it was handpicked by me. You can get all the ins and outs and things to look forward to as you're making your way out here. So go ahead and download that, my gift to you. Until next time, we will see you on the next video.